And when we do these protein sparing modified fast liquid diets for pre-bariatric surgery patients, I mean, sometimes there will be as few as 10 grams of fat in these formulations. Like you probably want about 10 grams of fat so you don't get gallstones, and so you have your essential fatty acids. And I don't think that anyone wants to go that low indefinitely, but for short periods of time, you can certainly survive on 10 grams of fat. I would say that your average person for any kind of length of time probably does not want to go below about 30 grams of fat per day. And if you look at bodybuilders doing show prep, they're very loath to go below 30%. I'm sorry, 30 grams of fat a day. And they're typically never going below 20% of calories from fat, and maybe 30% of calories from fat. So you always want some fat around. And in fact, if you go way too low in fat, you start getting like some major negative health impact. Your testosterone goes down and your energy goes down and a lot of stuff like that. So for most people, I'm like, okay, you definitely need at least 20 or 30% of your calories and at least 30 grams of fat. But you know, it's actually, if you have tons of fat in your body, you can get away with these fairly low amounts of fat indefinitely because you already have a lot of fat. I'm not saying like don't eat any fat, but I'm saying a lot of people can really cut back without any problem.
We're on the same page when it comes to this extended fasting. We don't like it because you're going to lose muscle mass. Whether you want to believe it or not, it happens.
Right.
And so we are more of, hey, let's hit our protein goal so it at least, you know, stave off that muscle, maintain muscle, and you get your nutrients in because of, you know, how nutrient dense the animal proteins are. And someone made a comment. She's like, I'm a trainer, and when I have my athletes do protein sparing modified fast days, they do terrible. We're like, why would you have a lean athlete do a protein sparing modified fast day?
Right.
Protein sparing modified fast
are dangerous.
It's dangerous. But the same people say,
don't eat for 3 days.
If you want to do a 3-day fast, that's fine.
We're saying,
yeah, that's completely ridiculous.
We're saying at least hit your minimum for protein and enough fat for your gallbladder and all of that. And a lot of people are like, even someone here is saying, why don't you speak to Autophagy? And we're like, well, work out. That's better for it.
Yeah, it's way better for it. Yeah, absolutely. Well, okay, first of all, autophagy is honestly a totally BS buzzword that has no actual real meaning. Like, no one can actually measure this. Most of the studies that were referencing this were done outside of the body in extraordinarily artificial conditions with extraordinarily artificial measurement systems. And there's really, like, nobody really knows what autophagy is. You can't really tell when you're doing it. This is like, it's almost purely theoretical. So, but it really comes down to mTOR signaling, and it comes down to like either you're hypocaloric or hypocaloric. If you got plenty of energy or not enough energy. And the idea is that you kind of want to balance out the times when there's too much energy with times when there's not enough energy. And things that reduce energy availability theoretically are driving this autophagy process. And that's under eating calories or expending more calories. So you can either do it with just eating less calories, eating higher satiety per calorie foods, so you're eating less calories, exercising more to expend more energy. Anytime you're in a low energy state, you're going to theoretically be driving this process forward.